Oh, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy RVP Michael, and I'm back with another video. We're gonna be breaking down UFC 287. It's gonna be like real quick breakdown. We'll just be going through, just zapping through these picks. Got the whole main card because the event is about to start in a couple minutes. So let me pull it up on my phone right quick. Hopefully I can put it right next to the screen right here so y'all can see. I'm just gonna be zapping through these. So first fight of the night, we got Jacqueline Almarim versus Sam Hughes. I'm going to be going with Jacqueline Almarim. She has a superior ground game, great jiu-jitsu. She's just overall better. Sam Hughes, not, really good in any area particularly. And Jacqueline Almarim, if I had to place a bet, I would say first round sub. I think that's a really good bet, or sub at any round. Next fight, we're going quick. We got Silent Becky versus Steve Garcia. Let me expand this real quick. There we go. Silent Becky's veteran, many fights. Steve Garcia just came out the victory with Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper looked like a fish out of water. Didn't know what he was doing on the feet. Silent Becky had that little scandal, betting scandal with Derek Minner. Overall, I mean, I know Steve Garcia is a big boy. I think he's about like 6 foot. Yup. Silent Becky, 5'8". But, with all those first round finishes, I think he's going to go out there, bring hell to him and get that first round knockout. I'm going with Silent Becky to get the dub. Next, we're going to Trey Ogden versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't do too much research for this fight, but from what I've been hearing, Bahamondes is a beast. I know Trey Ogden from his fight with Jordan Levitt, the Monkey King. But overall, I'm going to have to go with Bahamondes by decision. Next fight, we're going to Cynthia Calvillo versus Lupi Godinez. Cynthia Calvillo has faced superior competition so far, but is on a bad losing streak. I mean, she's losing to pretty good people. Lupi Godinez, I mean, I'm really big on momentum. She also lost her last fight, but she's been winning more consistently. I think she's, the new kid on the block. She's, let me not say new kid on the block, but like, she has a lot more momentum rider with her. And I think she'll go out there and get the win. I think she's a pretty good favorite, so I'm going to hit her by decision. I think that's a good bet. Now, my lock of the night. This is the person I really feel strong about. My boy, Carl Williams. He's going up against Chase Sherman, the Vanilla Gorilla. Heavyweight. You really don't know what's going to happen. But if you can control what's happening, through wrestling, you saw what Daniel Cormier was able to accomplish. That's exactly what Carl Williams is going to go out there and do. He's going to go out there and wrestle him. Push the pace on him. Take him down and show him who's boss. So I think Carl Williams by decision, by knockout. That's a really good pick. Next pick, Gerald Meerschaert versus Joe Pyfer. Maybe I should just, I don't know. I'm looking at my phone a lot, to be honest. I'm trying not to, you know what I mean? But it's real quick. So with this one, it's a bull pick because I know a lot of people are on Joe Pyfer. Beat Joe Pyfer. He got that knockout against Ozzy Diaz on the Dana White Contender Series. So everyone wants to be like him. He has a knockout power. GM3, he's been around the game for a long time. But overall, I think GM3 is going to go out there, take some early shots, take some early damage, but later on, get that sub. So, yeah, if you like Gerald Meerschaert in this, GM3, take him by sub. For the next fight, it's Michelle Waterson versus Luana Pinheiro. I'm not going to lie, I didn't do too much research for these, like, women's fights. Well, some of them. For the first one, I did. But these other ones, like, I don't really know. I'll pick Luana Pinheiro by decision. She's a favorite. A lot of women's fights. I'm honestly a good pick because Karate Hottie, Michelle Waterson, Gomez. She's pretty decent. I think she's lacking in the athleticism department. Luana Pinheiro is younger. But if you just want to like a sure bet, I think maybe take it like over 1.5 or over 2.5 to win in a parlay or something like that. We're zooming through these. Another one I feel really strong about. I don't know why in the world Chris Curtis is an underdog at plus, I think, 115 I saw somewhere. I don't know if the odds are showing here. No, they're not really there. But he's an underdog from what I've seen. Everywhere I've looked, I think he's a really good play, I think. He was an underdog in his last fight, I think, too. Yeah, bro. Throw the house on Chris Curtis. Like, that's the lock of the night. Chris Curtis, GM3, and Carl Williams, I think, bro, they're going to go out there and get the dubs. So, yeah, Chris Curtis, I think he'll go out there and knock out Kelvin Gastelum. He's just not the guy he used to be. Unmotivated, undetermined. He's not going to do shit to him, so sorry for the cussing. My fault. We're on to the main card. we got Raul Rosas Jr., the 18-year-old, going against Christian Rodriguez. Honestly, when the fight first got announced, I was on Christian Rodriguez. I thought he was a more well-rounded fighter, and I still think he's more well-rounded than Raul Rosas. But as I'm looking at the tape, like there's a big hole in Christian Rodriguez's game, and that's the grappling. He got taken down, like I think, a couple times by Joshua Weems, bro. Who is Weems? Joshua Weems, bro. Like, I mean, anyone's UFC level, like they could get my respect. They probably kick my behind, but I mean, bro, you cannot be getting taken out by Joshua. Like, Rosas gonna run through him. I think Rosas by first round sub, second round sub, maybe even decision. But yeah, I think Rosas by sub is a really good prop. Next, we got Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. Barn burner. It'll be a good fight. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland just because he has the youth. But if you pick Santiago Ponzinibbio, I'm not gonna blame you. I would just stay away. If there's any like two fights I would stay away from betting on, it would be Kevin Holland, Santiago Ponzinibbio. Women's fights in general, I mean, they can go either way. I feel really good about the first fight though. Amarim is gonna sub Sam Hughes. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, stay away from the Kevin Holland fight. Stay away from the Shia Linder and Becky versus Steve Garcia. You know, two tough fights to predict. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Santiago Ponzinibbio went out there and KO'd Kevin Holland. Now we're on to Font, another fight that I'm feeling really strong about with my prediction. I think a lot of people are overlooking Rob Font. I don't understand why people think that Giannis, he has the youth. He's the younger version of him, man. He's just gonna go out there and knock him out, bro. This whole notion that, like, I feel like in these type of spots we saw it with sometimes the veterans can get the better of the younger versions of themselves almost. Like we saw it, Stephen Thompson when he went out there and had a little flashback and beat Kevin Holland. I think these veterans when they're going against the younger guys, like people just so you can go the other way too. You saw in the fight with like Anderson Silva and Adesanya. Adesanya got the better of him. Of course, it can go either way. But I just think Rob Font is just too. He's faced a tougher competition. He can eat a punch. Me personally, I think if you can eat a punch from Chito Vera, I don't think there's anything that Giannis can throw at Rob Font that he hasn't seen before. And with that being said, I got Rob Font by decision. He's gonna shock the world and he's gonna beat Giannis. Sorry guys. Co-main event, big fight field. We got Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Gilbert Burns gonna ragdoll Jorge Masvidal. Gilbert Burns round 2 sub. Actually, sorry. Gilbert Burns by decision. I'm changing my prediction because I'm hearing a lot of people say that Burns is gonna get finished like quick, just like this. Jorge knows how to survive in fights. I don't think he's gonna win. But I do think he'll stay in there long enough to maybe cause some, maybe some trouble. But I think overall it's Burns' fight to lose. Way more to lose. I mean, I'm seeing Masvidal, like he's going out there, he's fighting, having, these altercations with Kevin Holland. Like for what, bro? Like you need to like lock in and focus on the, top 5 fighter you're about to fight, this weekend. And I heard Drake's betting on him. Drake curse, if y'all believe in that. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna go well for him. Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna change my prediction. I'm gonna do Gilbert Burns by round 3 sub or Gilbert Burns by decision. Last fight of the night, main event. This is gonna be quick, 8 minutes. We running through these. I'm gonna spend a little more time on this. Actually, no, not that much. Pereira, Adesanya. I'm on Pereira. I'm gonna make it like real clear. I mean, I love Adesanya, but I have respect for him, but he's not winning. Round 2 KO for Pereira. I just think like Pereira, even though I think Izzy is he's a superior striker when it comes to just like pure technical like striking ability. I think Pereira is able to stick with him in the kickboxing range, to stick enough with him, and also he has that power advantage, so that kind of puts him over. I like to use the analogy of like if we're in a race, like maybe Izzy can keep a pace for like a little longer, but in a short distance race, like Pereira, his kick or his like final sprint at the end of a race kind of puts him over him. Even though Izzy might be a superior runner, like Pereira's kick can like just so that's kind of, I look at his kick as like his power. He just, even though they're like neck and neck maybe in the striking ability, I think Izzy is a little better. Like his power kind of puts him over. I think Izzy's gonna be looking to wrestle a little bit in this fight. That's another prediction of mine. I think he's gonna wrestle a lot. And Pereira's gonna stuff those takedowns, you know, with the power of, you know, Glover Teixeira in your corner. You know, there's no reason why they haven't been working on it. And I mean, if you look at the last fight too, I mean, he had one takedown that was legitimate. I think he got a body lock. I think he, like, you know, tripped him. And then the other one was, it was a mistake by Pereira. So he really only got one takedown. Pereira's bigger, stronger, all this stuff. And when you get guys like that, I mean, from my wrestling experience, I wrestled this past year, and you know, when you're going against a guy who's a lot bigger than you, need a lot of technique to put you over the edge. You can't just muscle through people. You might see that from Adesanya. I don't know, but I just don't think he has the technique to just take down someone like Pereira with that big of stature, so big. So I don't think his wrestling will be successful. And I think ultimately in the end, I think Pereira is gonna knock him out in the second round. Adesanya might come out aggressive, might gas out. I'm hearing he's saying like one and done and all this stuff, bro. Like, no, bro. And all this pressure on Drake bet on him to win and him to get the KO. And I seen Brandon Marshall. I think he's been in the NFL for like 13 years. He's on the show I Am Athlete. You can look him up. He had an interview with him, and he's putting 100K on him. Like, he literally like had the money in his hand, gave it to him, and he was like, not gave it to him, but he said, gave it to him. He's like, I got 100K. Can I get a return on your investment? And Adesanya put it on his life. This is all or nothing. That's what he said pretty much. So I think Adesanya has too much riding on it. The body language, all this stuff. Pereira's gonna sweep him. And then hopefully move it to light heavyweight so we can see a battle with him and Yuri and him and Jamal Hill. But yeah, my final prediction for the main event of UFC 27 is Pereira to get the second round knockout against Adesanya and retain the middleweight undisputed world championship of the world. Thank y'all for watching. YBP gang, YBP Nation. I got a little cut, you know what I mean? I'm looking kind of crazy right now. Yeah, it's on my cut it all off, bro. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. With that being said, like, leave a like on the video, subscribe. Made it quick, easy. The card's about to start. It's real close to starting, so hopefully I can get this video out before the first fight happens, so y'all don't think I'm cheating or scripting or anything. But yeah, leave a like on the video, subscribe, and peace out. Mo Squad, you already know what it is, bro.